Now, I don't know this guy, and I don't know his name. He's somewhere in the East. Now, I'm sure this might be as a result of some of our teachings that I'm doing, and it could be the teachings of Daddy Freeze or mine that is affecting people like this. But this man, I'm sure, maybe not sure, but I suppose that he has decided to now be giving his tithe. Can you imagine if people like this will be giving their tithe to these people, these kind of people, not to those already rich pastors, not tithe only, but offering also. Now, this man, you see, he has security, he has police. Do you think he's the only one like this that is well-to-do, that has this kind of car? This kind of car, not everybody in Europe can even buy it. Not everybody in Europe can ride this car. And this is in Nigeria. You think he's the only one that has this kind of means? No, there are many. There are many. It's because of our country where resources have not been equally distributed. Only few people have been able to grasp all the resources. Maybe through hard work, maybe not through hard work, but see what he's doing. These children, they want to be fighting for it, but thank God he will not give one, because if he had given to one, we don't know what will have happened. So, but I know what is going on in the heart of those children right now. I know exactly because I've been there. You see this? You see the eye? This eye is it happening to me? You see this wood you are seeing here? This is me. In all these children, I'm seeing myself. I was trading like this, no clothes. I was the one here. One of these ones will become Sunday Adelaja tomorrow. I was like this. But I never had anybody, see the way they are looking. He's thinking, will he count? Make it count enough or make you get to me. Oh. He's even afraid. I know what they are feeling. I hope it will not finish just before he gets to me. Oh, that it is. I know exactly what he's feeling. That, will it not finish? Oh, the mama is in the bush. You're going to count from mama also. And they are looking and they are thinking, heaven has fallen on them. But this is one. Distributing this money to them is bringing Christmas, is bringing celebration to the lives of these children. But apart from that, can you imagine that we can even go further and do what? And train those children how to use that money and how to invest through the money and how to give them some entrepreneurial skills. This is Nigeria here. And this is not the only person. And the kids, they are not the only ones who are in need. Everywhere you go in Nigeria, there are people like that. But instead of giving to the needy, we are giving to the churches that are already rich. Is that love? You remember the story of the Samaritan, Good Samaritan? The person who is going to church to give is not recognized. The person the woman, the Levite, who was going to church to recognize, low premium. The priest who is going to the church to do service, low premium. High premium is when you are able to give to those who don't know you, who will not say thank you to you. You see that those boys were not even saying thank you. They were saying thank you with their hand. But I remember at my own place and in my own time, if someone give me like that, I will be rolling on the floor. I will be prostrating like this, because that's the Yoruba culture. You'll be prostrating, you say, but they were so too shocked to even prostrate, But let's continue to the north. Let's go back to the north. That is, we should have thousands of those kind of examples. That example, like that boy, should be in the thousands, like that guy who is giving. So when God loved, he gave. There is no love without giving. Real love, God kind of love, has to go alongside giving. When God loved, he gave. Now, what does that mean? He gave. He removed from himself. That boy you just saw now, that man, he gave. What does that mean? Removing from yourself, reducing from yourself. You remember the point we made earlier on? So to love means to reduce self, to reduce from self. That is the principle of sun. If you have studied the sun, and the moon, everybody is asking, what is the source of the energy of this? What is the source? Where is the sun getting its energy from? And where is the moon getting its energy from? The Son is getting his energy by removing from himself and returning to himself, burning of his own energy. He is repowering himself by burning of his own energy. Just a little bit of himself, that's how he's renewed. That is the nature of God. To love is to reduce. Now, my question to all of you is, do you think you know love? How much have you reduced yourself lately? Like that man. That man reduced himself by 50,000 naira or something. He gave 50,000 naira, he reduced. That way he can feel it. But for him, it's nothing if he rides that kind of car and he has another security car. But at least he has reduced himself a little bit. Just even by smiling and hugging and being kind, he's also reducing yourself. So when God loved, he gave. What does that mean? He removed or reduced from himself. Now, John chapter 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. Lay down, take, give, remove from yourself, put down. That is real love. So you have to challenge yourself, and I want to challenge all of you. How much do you love? Measure your love by your reduction of yourself, from yourself. Measure your love by your removing from yourself. Measure your love by your giving to people who cannot say thank you and who cannot return to you. When Jesus loved, he left the comfort of heaven. He reduced himself. He reduced himself, it's positionally. He reduced off himself. He left the comfort of heaven for the man he loved. For us, for the man he loved. He left the comfort of heaven to prove, to give to the man. He reduced of his own privilege, of his own honor, of his own place of comfort. He reduced his comfort to prove love. There is no other proof of love. And man cannot give back to him. Man cannot say thank you. Man cannot, that is the kind of, that's why Jesus said, you want to give to me? Hello? You want to give to me? If you really want to give to me, go and find someone who is naked and clothe them. Go and find someone who is hungry and feed them. Go and find someone who is in the hospital and care for them. You only give to Jesus. You only give. God only recognizes. The only kind of giving God recognizes is when you give to people who will not be able to say thank you to you. But the one they are preaching in Nigeria is you have to give to the man of God. Don't go empty-handed. Don't go to church. Go and give. Those are the kind of giving that is recognized. Now, there is a place for that one too, but the premium is low. The higher premium giving is when you give to people who cannot give back to you. That is why our tithe and offering, even if you believe in your church, take your tithe there. If you believe that they are using your tithe and offering well, then you can give to your church because you trust them. They will use it for you. But if you are not sure that in your church, the tithe and offering is being used judiciously, take it and put it where there is a higher premium. And where is the higher premium? When you give to people who cannot give back to you.